everyone, what's up? Welcome again to the latest episode of In the Zone. Together with me is Coach PK, Coach Victor, and Coach John.
Evening, everyone.
An update, guys, about NBA bubble.
He's playing 8 games, and
I think these are exciting times.
Something like a bit of controversy is there for a bit of discussion.
surprisingly, the Phoenix Suns 6
Murmurs and whispers around the NBA that
Possibly throwing the game,
is going to happen for the 9th seed.
bye-bye. He could be saying this to LeBron.
a bit of controversy sometimes sparks people's interest.
Gonna know more about Coach Shiyang today. And that's Coach Shiyang, guys. See you there. All right. A new segment called Elevate Your Game. Third week of In the Zone Challenge. All right. So for today's topic, we're gonna start off of giving you an update, guys, about NBA bubble. And for the first seed of Eastern Conference will be the number 1, Milwaukee Bucks. Second will be Toronto Raptors. Third will be Boston Celtics. Fourth will be Miami Heat. Fifth will be Indiana Pacers. Sixth will be Philadelphia Sixers. Seventh will be Brooklyn Nets. And eighth, seed will be Orlando Magic. All right. For the Western Conference, number 1 will be the LA Lakers. Second will be Los Angeles Clippers. Third will be Denver Nuggets. Fourth will be Houston Rockets. Fifth will be Oklahoma City Thunder. Sixth will be Utah Jazz. Seventh will be Dallas Mavericks. Eighth will be the Memphis Grizzlies. And now there will be a bit of exciting news that we're gonna tell you guys about it, about the 8th and 9th seed. And Coach PK will talk more about it. Coach PK.
Okay, so what's happening is that if some of you don't know, what the NBA seeding games are about is that each team is playing 8 games, and they are locking in the top seeds of each conference. Of course, now the East is mathematically they are all set already. There's no way the Wizards are going to make it.
Yes.
But in the Western Conference, it's very competitive. And we see, of course, the Blazers in 9th place. And surprisingly, the Phoenix Suns, 6th in the bubble.
Wow.
And they have a chance to make it to the 9th seed if they continue to win the rest of the games. Okay. And looking at the rules, what is going to happen for the 9th seed is that there's this rule that says that if the 9th seed is within 4 games of the 8th seed, they will actually have a special play-in series to decide the final spot. And for the higher seed, they will have to win the game once, while the lower seed has to win twice in order to make it to the playoffs.
Oh, wow. That's a good news for Suns then. They can go up to number 8 seed if they continue winning.
They have a very good chance to make it with Philadelphia's star player, Ben Simmons, out. Yeah.
Yes. Coach Victor, what can you say about the playoffs?
I think these are exciting times, especially when we miss NBA games for quite a number of months. To see it coming back to us, even without the real fans, for us staying at home, we have a chance to catch all these NBA stars in action. I think it's fantastic. As for this play-in tournament, or this new rule, there are murmurs and whispers around the NBA that actually some teams want the Portland Trail Blazers or the Phoenix Suns to move up to the 8th position, the 8th seed, so that in the first round, they are better equipped as a team to play the LA Lakers and LeBron James. Because at the moment, what many feel is that the Memphis Grizzlies are simply too young. Their star, the rookie Ja Morant, you know, they feel that he's too young to lead the team and then upset the wily, the very experienced, the king LeBron James. On the other hand, it is Portland Trail Blazers going in with Damian Lillard as the one that says bye-bye. He could be saying this to LeBron James in a series very soon. So I think yesterday there was a game between the Clippers and the Portland Trail Blazers. So actually quite a number of people, they were watching. At the last 5 minutes, without Kawhi Leonard, Clippers coach actually benched Paul George. So, and he played all the reserves. So everyone was thinking, are they trying to lose the game? Lose the game to the Portland Trail Blazers so that they help them to go up to the 8th seed? So everyone was questioning about, the integrity. And then, of course, the Clippers coach came out and said, no, they are playing their best, and then...
Clippers won.
The Clippers won with their reserves. At the last 5 minutes, it was a close game.
Oh, wow.
It's 2 very important free throws. But then again, the very next game, Clippers went on to lose to the Brooklyn Nets. But that did not affect, too much. So there's this argument, we do not know, but anyway, now on form, Portland Trail Blazers and Phoenix Suns, like what Coach Piquet said, 6-0, they're trying very hard to catch up. And if I'm LeBron and the Lakers looking down, I definitely would prefer to play the Grizzlies.
Wow, that's a pretty exciting news. Okay, looking forward to it. All right.
Ja Morant for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Ja Morant. I think so.
Not going to be
Okay. Coach Jan, what do you think about it?
Well, it's nothing like a bit of controversy, is there, for a bit of discussion and people taking a bit more interest in what's going on. I mean, I heard some of those rumours about, allegedly, teams possibly throwing the game, for, as Coach Victor there pointed out, for the potential of a team to move up. It's the fact that the Eastern Conference is set in stone already. They're playing their games in a way almost for nothing. It's been fairly obvious that teams have also rested players. There's been games, and potentially the game, as Victor pointed out, coach benched Paul for 5 minutes or something or other. There might be reasons for that we don't know. And of course, at the end of the day, though, no one really knows. No one knows if that kind of thing is going on, and it's very hard to potentially point fingers. But at the same time, it's kept everybody on their toes and interested in what's going on, and a bit of controversy sometimes sparks people's interest, and you just never know. But it could be very interesting lead up to this 8th, 9th position, and as PK said, it's also still very, very up in the air as such, because the teams have got to be within 4 games, number one, and then for the 9th place to get to the 8th place, to beat the 8th place position team to get to the 8th place position and play in the actual playoffs, they have to win literally the first 2 games. They can't drop a game, so they have to win all games against the 8th position. So that's a tough thing to do, but it makes it interesting. Looking forward to seeing where it leads.
All right. So, guys, for additional info, there will be no, of course, home court advantage. Okay, for the playoff sequence will be 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. All right. So, looking forward for playoffs, guys. All right. So, next up, Coach Shiyang interview. You're gonna know more about Coach Shiyang today. And here's the clip. Everybody, welcome again to Coaching Edition in the Zone. Together with us is Coach Shiyang. Okay, hello Coach Shiyang, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Anything to say before we start?
Hope you guys will get to know me better after this session.
Alright, to start off the question, okay, Coach Shiyang, what inspired you to be a coach? Why do you want to be a basketball coach, right?
Okay, basketball has been my passion since I'm young. Okay, so there was one scenario where I was still a player, then I was playing for a team. It's Hougang CSC, but always no coach. They always don't have the budget.
Oh really?
To hire a coach. So at that point of time, I feel that I have to do something, so I step up. So I became a player coach. So this is how I start my journey, and I felt that it's really good that there's a coach in the team, there's someone leading the team,
Yes.
there's someone guiding the team. Yeah, that's how I started.
Wow.
And I think it's really important to have someone as a coach to really push the team, guide the team, to bring the team up to the next level. Yeah.
By the way, guys, as you know, Coach Shiyang lead over 20 coaches in SG basketball. That means he is our supervisor actually. Okay, so he run all he help us, arrange our schedule, help us in our coaching. So basically, we all under Coach Shiyang. Okay, if you don't know Coach Shiyang, okay, today we're gonna know more about him. All right, so Coach Shiyang, who inspired you to be a coach? Anybody that you look up to? I don't know.
Okay, so actually for this, there's two. Okay, they are my national team coaches. So number one is Coach Neo.
Coach Neo, alright, yes.
Because, and the other one is Coach Frank.
Coach Neo, I know he's coaching the Dreamers, and Coach Frank is
He's part of the national program in the past.
Oh, alright. Oh, speaking of national team, okay, can you share to us which team did you play? How many teams? Secondaries, national team? I don't know. You just tell us every experience you have as a player.
Okay, actually I started the first competition I started in when I was Sec 5, 17 years old. Okay,
that's late.
That was my first competition experience. Then after that, when I was in Republic Poly, I get to join the school team, and that's when I started to expose more to
Poly.
Okay. Then after that, when I enlisted, I think that's the changing point. Okay, because I played a lot of different kind of competition. Okay, it's like there's interformation, there's NBL Division 1, there's and some small.
The NBL Division 1, the one is you played for SAFSA, right?
Yes, I played
Oh,
for SAFSA.
alright. And then after that, ball club. Alright. So achievements, on your as a player and as a coach.
Okay, so as a player, I think I have been in the NBL Division 1 for about 10 years.
Wow.
So in these 10 years, I think I got top 4 3 times.
Wow.
And one recently is with SG basketball. Okay, so after that, in 2014, I managed to secure a spot in the national team. And I think that's the highlights of my career. Okay, I get to go to overseas competition, FIBA, and that's when I started to realize that I really need to learn a lot of things. It's an eye-opener to me, okay, for the international competition.
Wow, as a high caliber, you're talking about you played in national team. Obviously, you're a high caliber player, and then you become a coach. Do you prefer any age group as a coach?
Okay, actually, last time, not really. But recently, a few years back, when I started to coach in school, I realized that B division, which is 15 to 17 years old, that's my so-called preferred age.
Right now, which age group do you coach?
U15 and U18.
U15 and U18. Okay, speaking of as a player and as a coach, okay, what is your most memorable moment as a coach or as a player? Can you share it to us? Yeah.
Since I'm a coach now, I'll share it as a coach. Okay, so for 2 years back in 2018, okay, I beat Anglican High School, B division to East Zone Finals.
East Zone Finals.
Yeah, and that was the first time I went into finals as a coach. Okay, so in a game, you know, there's winners.
Yes.
Our team happened to lose the game by 3 points. And my students, all my students were crying.
Oh, wow.
That at that moment of time, okay, I feel that I felt that I was helpless. I don't know what to do for them. Yes. I can only convince them. Okay, so I think that was the most memorable to me as a coach.
Even though you lost, you consider it as your most memorable moment.
Because I think it's the moment where I felt that I was connected to the students. Yeah.
So really, that brings me to the next question. What is winning to you?
Okay, whenever I was coaching or whenever I was taking a team to a competition, that's one of my rules. Okay, is to ask the players to enjoy the game.
Yes.
I always told them winning is not it's important, but it's not the most important thing. I want you guys to enjoy the game. You imagine you step into the court, you feel nervous and you didn't perform well, what will happen in the end? You will feel sad, you feel disappointed by having such a not up to standard performance. Okay. But if you enjoy the game, if you play your best, and even at the end if you lose the game, I think that you will still feel that you really try your best.
Yes.
The opponent is a better team, that's all.
Yeah, I agree.
So you will end the game without any regret.
Wow. Yeah, that's very true in the world of basketball. Alright, that's it guys. Thank you so much Coach Shiyang for joining us today. For those who want to learn and play basketball, guys, contact us now at www.sgbasketball.com. Alright, and that's Coach Shiyang, guys.
See you there.
Alright. Okay, guys, we're gonna introduce to you a new segment called Elevate Your Game. Okay, we're gonna give you tips on how to improve your basketball skills. And first up is catch and shoot skills. And here's the clip. Everybody, welcome to our In the Zone skills tip. Alright, so today we're gonna do some tips on how you train your catch and shoot, skills. Alright, so we're gonna start first with the throwing the ball. Okay, and you see the backspin. Okay, and doing backspin so that the ball will come back to you when you throw it. Alright, and then the second one will be your footwork. Alright, when you throw the ball, touch, right, left. Let's see that again in a close-up position. Ball, right, left. Alright, so these two legs, 2 feet, should be always balanced, ready to shoot. See the whole process again with the shot. Alright, throw, right, left. Simple as that. Alright, now let's try it using with the guns. Alright, so let's go. Let's gonna use Dr. Dish in catch and shoot drills. All right, let's go. Start. And that's for our skills tip for today. See you next time. Guys, here's the third week of In the Zone Challenge.
Zone challenge, victories challenge.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again to In the Zone. For any comment and suggestion, please do so below. We love your suggestion. We love your comment, and see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Um,